Hello everybody, welcome back. I'm Mr. Ed. Welcome back to an episode of Formula 1 2020 My Team Career. This time for the Brazilian Grand Prix, so let's get right into it. Okay, so here I am, going out for my first flying lap around the Brazilian track over here, Interlagos. Another cool track, it has like really like low speed and medium speed corners, and like not a lot of other tracks have that really, to be honest. Well, as much as this. So it has been quite a while since episode 19. Because of school, I had to just get settled for that, but now I'm back and I'm going to be trying to finish off season 1, so the finale will be next week. There's quite a lot to watch out for, mainly the battle between Hamilton and Bottas. I'm pretty sure right now Hamilton is just 1 point ahead of Bottas. So he would have to win this, and Bottas would have to like DNF or something, or not get any points for Hamilton to win this, and the other way around too, for the other person to actually win it this time. But I think it's going to go on to the next round. After the first flying lap, we are P4, which is quite good. Actually going down to P5. When we go up for our second lap, it's already P9, but I'm just kind of getting started, getting used to driving again, because I literally haven't played the game since like 2 weeks ago, or whenever the last episode was released. I'm pretty sure it was 2 weeks ago, maybe even 3. I think it has been 3 weeks or something, maybe 2, I'm not too sure. Let's focus on trying to get a decent lap in over here, as we are already 1/10 up, but I'm gonna make up quite a lot of time in this corner. Not the most amount, to be honest, I actually lost some. But yeah, mainly this corner over here is where I really messed up last time. I went in way too deep, and as you can see over here, I broke a bit. Like earlier, I went down 2/10, but then over here, as you can see, I'm up 3/10, 4/10 now, and it's gonna climb up slowly, up to 5 maybe, which is just brilliant because, well, I want to go as fast as possible, don't I? So there you go, across the lap to finish our second flying lap up to P6. When I go back, it is still a P6. I actually had some front wing damage over there, which I got fixed quite quickly. It was only like a 26-second wait. And over here, out for my third and final flying lap around Interlagos for the short qualifying session. Now, before this Grand Prix week, I actually had to fit a load of new components onto the car. I wanted to kind of wait until like the season ended, because there was only like 2 races left, and for the last like probably 5 races I've been using like worn components, just fitting even the earlier ones from like the start of the season. I actually had some of like the first sets of like the energy component, or whatever it's called, and the MGUK, and all of that was like the first one I used because it still had some life in it, so I had quite a lot of that, but I replaced everything for this round apart from the gearbox, because I've recently done that. So we are actually going to get a 60 grid penalty for that, because it actually ran out and I couldn't do any more. But there you go, across the line, and it's going to be a P7, and we are of course going to start last, but well, a P7 we kind of know like how fast we are going to be able to go during the Grand Prix. Charles Leclerc on pole, then Vettel. I'm not really sure what's up with that, but then Hamilton and Bottas. So let's get right into this race.
Welcome along then to the place where heroes and history are made. It's where the 2008 title was decided in the final corner. And it's the place, a year later, that Jenson Button stormed through from 14th on the grid to claim his one and only Drivers' Championship. It's Interlagos, and it's time for the Brazilian Grand Prix. Interlagos, always a very special race here in Brazil. It's a 2.7-mile circuit with 9 lefts and 6 rights for a total of 15 corners. The fastest lap today should have an average speed of around 135 miles per hour, if of course the weather stays dry until the end of the Grand Prix. And with me as usual is Anthony Davidson. Now I want to ask you about Lewis Hamilton. Everything's on the line here today and the title hangs in the balance. So how do you think they'll be coping with all that pressure?
By trying not to think about the result too much. The worst thing you can do in this situation is think about all the what-ifs. What if I get hit going into turn 1? What if I get a penalty? What if I finish outside the points? If you let any of those kind of worries get to you, you can't focus on the job. So staying in the right mindset will be critical today.
Let's run you through the driver grid order for today's exciting race. A fantastic effort from Charles Leclerc yesterday puts him on pole, and starting alongside in P2 is Sebastian Vettel. Looking at the rest of today's grid, we have Hamilton, Bottas, Max Verstappen and Sainz, Ricciardo, Stroll, Norris and Kimi Raikkonen, Ocon, Giovinazzi, Sergio Perez and Magnussen, Grosjean, King, Daniel Kvyat and Jack Aitken. Russell, Gasly, they'll be starting further back after an earlier grid penalty. Latifi and Red. That's it then, it's time to go racing as we head to trackside for today's race.
So here we are lined up in P22, last on the grid, but let's see what kind of good start we are going to be able to have. And it's lights out, away we go. We get a lot of wheel spin, but Lester Gasly already side by side by him. Up to P20 as they're going to be down the inside over here. Trying not to crash into our old teammate over there, King, in the Alfa Romeo. And we do get past and up to P16 by the first 2 corners, which is really good. A bit of the defending over here. And a bit further on along the lap we actually get past Grosjean and Magnussen, so up to P14 already. And well, I'm gonna try and make a move onto Giovinazzi over here. And well, there's a bit of contact, but we do manage to get past it up to P13 already, so already up quite a lot of places by the end of the first lap. And over here, Perez actually is defending, but then Ocon has taken the normal racing line, so it's actually quite hard to attack over there. But I'm pretty sure there was a bit of contact over there, but we do manage to get past Perez and up to P12, which is just amazing. So, talking about the championship fight, Bottas was actually in the lead by like 60 points at one point, and then he DNF'd a couple times and like Hamilton caught up, but then they are kind of, well, they're within 1 point, so it could go down to the line in Abu Dhabi. Whoever is going to cross the finish line first in that race is going to be the world champion, which is going to be really interesting to see who is going to win. And as you can see over here, up to P11, going past Ocon in the Renault, which is was quite a good overtake over there. Now we did actually get DRS over there, which is good, because if we wouldn't, I'm pretty sure he would have overtaken us back. So it's good that we have that. On to lap 6. I'm pitting about, I'm pretty sure it's 2 or 3 laps before like the game wants us to, because well, that normally works out. Well, I was starting to lose grip. I kind of felt it in the corners. I couldn't put the power on like so early, and I was just losing time. Just not a lot, but I thought it was time to come in because I'm going to be able to put an undercut on the cars that were ahead of me. Because yeah, I don't know if this is just like, yeah, just really overpowered in this game just to pit earlier a couple laps, because then it's going to be so fast and I'm going to overtake the cars that were in front of you originally. So over here behind Latifi, I'm actually lacking some straight line speed in this because I did go for a 6.6 setup. I could have gone for a 5.6, but I just kept at that to kind of get the most in the corners. Giovinazzi pitted up to P20. The next lap, loads of other people pit. As you can see over here, trying to get past as fast as possible. actually go beyond the line over there, get a warning, but we managed to go up to P13, just behind Ricardo. If I would have had a couple better laps over there, just by half a second we would have been up to P12 already. But as you can see over here, more people pitting, and that puts us up to P9, so we already have gained places compared to before, which is good. So now we are in the points, which is good. And we come out just behind Stroll. Let's see if we're going to be able to overtake him. I'm using my ERS, literally all of it. And the slipstream, and we managed to get past. Look at that, we actually have a purple first sector. Not really sure how long that's going to stay there for. But on to lap 13 over here. And Carlos Sainz actually retires from the race. I'm not really sure what happened. I'm pretty sure it was just some kind of mechanical failure. But on to lap 14, the safety car ends. I managed to save a bit more fuel under it because I was kind of running kind of low. Not really that bad, but yeah, it was enough to kind of start worrying a bit. On to lap 16, a fight with Stroll over here. He kind of weaves into me whilst he's going past, and I kind of returned the favour, I guess. So we're up to P7 after that DNF from Carlos Sainz, and more fighting over here with Stroll. Is it Stroll? Yes, it is Stroll. But we do manage to maintain the position, and well, for the last 2 laps I just managed to hold him off and get a really decent P7 finish from P22.
Alright, race over. Take care of the car on the way in.
Here's our winner, pulling their Ferrari into Parc Ferme. What a fantastic race it was. What do you think it was, Ant, that gave them the edge over the competition today?
Well, they certainly stood out as a drive with tons of confidence on the track. I think their ability to keep their cool, even during some of the more hectic parts of the race, meant they were able to capitalise on the mistakes of other drivers, giving them the opportunity to make their way to the top spot with ease.
Here come our winners now. A thrilling race and a tremendous effort by Ferrari. Their history is well known, so it's no surprise to fans the world over to see them come out on top once again.
So there you go, a P7 finish when I started from the back of the grid, so that was absolutely amazing. Driver of the day, which is good. Charles Leclerc and Vettel finished as they started. And Bottas actually got ahead of Hamilton, which is, well, kind of cool for the championship fight, as we're going to see in the standings. He is now ahead by 2 points, so it's going to be really interesting. Whoever wins in Abu Dhabi, whoever crosses the line first, is going to take that championship home, I guess, to him. So it's going to be really interesting to see who wins next week. On to the constructors. Well, the drivers, actually, as you can see, I am still P6, and I'm actually kind of close to Max Verstappen, so if I get ahead of him next round, that's going to be cool. Still P4 in the constructors. I hope you guys enjoyed. Like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.